writing on a day when the gospel reading earlier this week is about setting one's hand to the plough and not looking back, Luke 9:62. I'm wanting to honour this coming Sunday's Cathedral Harvest Festival, whose bounty is the fruit of good ground preparation, careful sowing, tending and reaping. Here I lean hard on my own working experience in the forest industry, paralleling that of agriculture, but on much longer rotation length. A reflection, though, is a looking back on experience, as well as thoughts about what is to come. So I want to draw attention here to my returning to last weekend's Michaelmas worship, and in particular Bishop Mike's farewell service, following my week's pilgrimage with 11 others to the holy island of Lindisfarne off the coast of Northumberland. Aidan, one of Columba's monks from Ireland, came to Lindisfarne from Iona in the year 635, at the request of King Oswald, himself a Christian convert. A man of deep prayer, he meditated on scripture, equipping himself for an active and highly effective apostolate over 16 years across Northumbria. He was taken ill and died at Bamborough, where the parish church bears his patronage and houses his shrine. Cuthbert, a shepherd boy, was looking after his sheep on the East Lothian Lammermuir Hills, perhaps the Eildons, named Trimontium by the Romans, above the Tweed and Teviot. And Cuthbert had an angelic vision coinciding with Aidan's death, where the heavenly host bore his soul to heaven, and which convinced Cuthbert that he was meant to follow Christ as surely as the beloved founder of Lindisfarne Priory. So he became a monk at Melrose Abbey at the foot of those hills, becoming abbot before being elected as Bishop of Lindisfarne until his death on the inner farn while on retreat in solitude, where he used to pray and fast. His final resting place is, of course, Durham Cathedral, after his loyal brethren evaded his body being desecrated, immortalised in Fenwick Lawson's carving of 6 walking monks bearing his coffin aloft. Shepherd and Bishop was much in my mind, as in response to Bishop Martin's bidding, we released Bishop Mike to lay down his ministry here, poignantly placing his Dunwich crozier, his shepherd's crook, on the cathedral altar. The diocesan flock, tasked with growing in God and perhaps a harvest of righteousness in and out of season, might helpfully think of the ploughing and rotation length. The possible quick wins of numbers and youthfulness might not be as sustainable or permanent as depth and influence, which take time, patience, and some unerringly good ploughing. I rather think that our regular devotional life here is the ploughed field into which we sow seeds of learning, and over which our upcoming big issue lectures will provide a fruitful climate for such growth, taking us towards Advent, a new church year, and into God's future. Reflecting on the ploughing of fields, the priest-poet R.S. Thomas, penning The Bright Field, also comes to mind. His words are these: I have seen the sun break through to illuminate a small field for a while, and gone my way and forgotten it. But that was the pearl of great price, the one field that had the treasure in it. I realise now that I must give all that I have to possess it. Life is not hurrying on to a receding future, nor hankering after an imagined past. It is the turning aside, like Moses, to the miracle of the lit bush, to a brightness that seemed as transitory as your youth once, but is the eternity that awaits you. Every blessing